So your toilet's leaking around the base. You clicked on the right video. Stay tuned as we show you how to pull and reset any toilet and fix that leak that happens every time you flush. Thanks for watching Plumb Junkies.
This is Derek with Plumb Junkies. I'm going to show you guys how to pull a toilet here. We got a leaking toilet. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but normally a plumber would charge you probably between $250 to $350. If you do it yourself, you're probably into it like $10 in parts at the most in about 20 minutes of your time. It's just got a bad wax seal, so I'll show you the tools you're going to need to do this.
How do you know if it has a bad wax seal though?
Sometimes you can tell if the toilet will wobble, or if you flush it and water seeps out from around the base, then you know it's got a bad seal. And I've heard some people say you get an odor if there's a bad seal, but I don't know, maybe my nose just has failed the odors from plumbing for so long, so I don't ever notice the odor. But things you're gonna need is a wax ring. Sometimes you're gonna need a double wax ring. Some channel locks. And Morgan handed me a screwdriver, but I don't know what I need that for. Maybe to pop the caps off. I mean, you don't have to wear these, but I recommend them, especially with COVID-19 right now. And looks like this one, you're gonna need a 16-inch toilet supply line. Sometimes you can get away with just a 12-inch. So first, to do the toilet pull, you're gonna have to shut the water off here at the wall. Shut off valve. That one's a quarter turn. Sometimes you gotta do a full rotation on them. A gate valve. This is a ball valve. So then you'll flush the toilet to get the water out of the tank. Now there's a little bit of water left in the bowl, so I'm just going to use a towel and a bucket. How to do it with just a little hand towel. So some tools you're also going to need for this process is a flat screwdriver. It's pretty basic. Most people should own a set of channel locks and a flat screwdriver.
If not, check out the description below. I've got Amazon links.
Check this out. We got a hole in our bucket.
Oh my god. All right.
We're going to have to edit that part out.
I don't know. All right, I gotta get some towels. Derek happened to grab a bucket that had a giant gaping hole in it. Oh god.
Slight pinhole in the bucket. So we ran into a little bit of a problem. There was a slight pinhole in our bucket. So usually the bathtub's close by. When you're pulling a toilet, you just wring your rag out into the bathtub. But sometimes you're in like a hall bath or something and there's not a shower or a tub nearby. And that's when you want to use the bucket. So we'll need the flat screwdriver. Pop these caps off. Oh, it looks like somebody actually silicone this one on. Pretty rare that you see this. Somebody used some clear DAP to put that one on there. I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same thing over here.
Hey, you were right.
Alright, and this is where you'll need your channel locks. Somehow, I managed to bend my channel locks. I don't recommend doing that. You just need to loosen it just a little, then you can usually unthread it by hand. Duty calls. Just a telemarketer. I don't want to buy nothing, so I'm not going to answer it.
Fresh set of protection.
Alright, now this one. Looks like we have a loose toilet bowl there. Alright. It doesn't really matter what order you do this in, but you gotta disconnect the supply line. Don't forget to do that.
Isn't that the worst when you pull a toilet up and you forget to disconnect the supply line? And all of a sudden it's like yanks me back down to the ground. I'm like, oh, I forgot to take the supply.
Oh, looks like we're gonna have some DAP around the base of this, so we're gonna need to find a knife here. Alright, we found what we need. We got a plastic putty knife here. Normally a metal one would be ideal, but we can't yet afford to buy a metal one, so had to make do with the plastic one. This is not gonna work.
You don't, the plastic ain't working?
No. The DAP, you want to be real careful if you do it this way, because if you have vinyl floors, you can end up pulling up the vinyl. So I'm just gonna wiggle it and see. Yeah.
She don't.
Perfect. Just what we wanted it to do. And then you want to set this in the bathtub if the bathtub's close by, so the nastiness isn't on the floor. Clean up the water. You can definitely tell this seal is bad. Look at all the water in there.
Oh man.
It's a good thing we did this. Looks like we actually got pretty lucky too. None of the silicone stuck to the floor. So we should just be able to do it. And that over. Sometimes they can be a little bit of a bugger. And that's where the putty knife comes real in handy. It's always fun too when the wax ring sticks to the bottom of the toilet and then you gotta flip the toilet over to scrape it off. But in this case it didn't, because the wax ring had actually failed, so that's the plus side to that. And just like that. Voila. I'll actually stick that in the bucket just because it's kind of nasty. Scrape any old residual wax off. And then we're going to go with the thick wax ring this time. Just because it's got a little shear. You can find these at basically any hardware store. Ace Hardware carries them, Home Depot, Lowe's. Or if you're in the Oregon area, there's the handy store called Grover's. They're usually a good place to find them. Amazon too, you can order them on Amazon. That's usually where you can find the best price, and you don't even have to leave the house. It comes right to your door.
Check the link below.
Got the new wax ring there. And I always like to change my gloves out so I don't get wax on the toilet, because it can be sometimes difficult to get it off. So I might swap out for a new set of rubbers here. Alright, now we're ready for the toilet. work it on there so that wax ring creates a good seal.
You'll feel a nice squish if you've got enough wax.
You'll get a good squish in there. Sometimes the wax will even come up right here by the bolts. That's when you know you really got a good squish. Alright, so we got a new set of China caps here. They come with the quick connect washers. You find these at any local hardware store as well in the plumbing section. First, you're going to want to stick the quick connect washer on, then a metal washer on top, then you're ready for your bolt. Hand tight again. And then you'll need your set of channel locks. Second time.
How much value?
This, you want to be pretty careful when you do this because you can actually crack the toilet if you over tighten. So over tightening is not a good thing. I've never done it, but I've heard horror stories of it being done.
How tight would you say to go?
Once you start to get a little resistance, I'd do like half a turn. You don't want to go too tight. There, I'm starting to get a little resistance, so I'm going to do half a turn. Then I'm going to check the toilet, nice and solid. Now, time to put the caps back on. Voila.
What kind of value are they saving?
Saving by...
Doing it themselves.
Oh, normally we would charge for a pull and reset. Normally a plumber would charge you probably between $250 to $350. Just depending on your plumber and the circumstances and what condition your toilet bolts are in. You gotta take everything into consideration. But if you do it yourself, you're probably into it like $10 in parts at the most in about 20 minutes of your time. And you don't have to do a new supply, but we always like to because that's one less thing to get a call back on. Because sometimes when a supply line's been hooked up for 5+ years, once you disconnect the washer, the rubber washer that's inside there, you can't ever get a good squish again. So put on a new supply. Again, we'll turn the water back on. So just flush it once, and she fills right up.
And no leaks?
Yeah. We'll dry up a little bit of residual water here. No leaks. Then you want to apply DAP. And this just helps secure it to the floor, and some people say it helps with smell, but personally I just like to do it because it helps it from wobbling loose over time. Just squeeze and run it along. Bigger than I want it to be, so. Voila. And that is how you pull and reset a toilet. Make sure you check out the Amazon affiliate links we're going to post below on the post. And make sure you like and subscribe. Plumb Junkies. Over and out.